Church, Zen Wen may have never truly gotten off the ground, but Dr. Wendy's reads were landing like clockwork. I got my notes. I hope y'all got yours. Let's get on into this damn mess. Y'all, let's jump right on in. Sister Mia, please come down to the front of the congregation. Sister Mia, please come down to the front of the congregation. Y'all, our text today comes from the book of El. L as in loss, okay? And our text tells us that when you are taking an L, when you are taking a loss, if you just own it, you will get through it quicker. Can the church say amen? Mia, Mama, you trying to fight this Twitter war was never going to work in your favor, okay? And let me tell you why. Because your premise and your examples and your reasoning was all bad, okay? It was one of those train wrecks where I was like, girl, if you just accept that you were a Twitter mess and own it, they move on to the damn next segment. But you over here talking about, I had a social media manager and, she sent that one and maybe I sent this one and, me and her are sisters and she done known me forever. And, she thinks like I do, but, I sent that one and maybe I didn't send this one. Girl, get your story together and get it straight, okay? Because all the hemming and hawing just makes you look crazy, all right? You were a Twitter disaster. That's it. That's all. It's your first season as a housewife. You're going to make mistakes, okay? Take this as a learned lesson and move forward, okay? When you are losing, it's best to just throw in the towel if it's an unwinnable battle. And that's all I got to say, church. Moving forward, Karen and Gizelle have a makeup and touching moment on kids. I've said this from the beginning, but Karen and Gizelle, they just like to bicker, okay? And the thing about it is their bickering, it's not rooted in anything, which is why they are able to make up, okay? Fight again, make up, fight again, over and over and over again in a perpetual circle, because the fight is not rooted in anything, okay? They just like to bicker, and that's what it is. It was a very touching moment, though, to see Gizelle, who was, Miss Emotionless this entire damn reunion, to, break down, shed a small tear. I think a tear did come out, y'all. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you saw the tear, but I saw the tear come out, okay? Or maybe she caught it with a napkin. I'm not entirely sure, but she did get emotional, so I'm giving her credit for emotionality, because I can't say in one moment that you're emotionless, you're not showing anything, and then in the next moment not give you credit for the emotions that you showed. So Gizelle, kudos. It's very good to see you have emotions and vulnerability, and it was just beautiful to see that shared commonality between she and Karen and that special moment between the two of them. So do I think that this is going to be the be all and end all of their fights back and forth? Absolutely not. Baby, give them time in a new season and Karen gonna pull up something from 5 years ago and start the whole damn thing all over again, okay? But when something is rooted in nothing, it's very easy to get over it. Moving forward, Michael and Ashley's post baby body comment. Y'all, although I have said in a prior video that Michael is sexy because he used to own the Watergate Hotel, when I tell you I cared less than nothing about the whole exchange between, Ashley's season and Michael and this baby body comment and stuff, but since they made it a topic, let's talk about it. So pretty much people were fired up, or the fans were fired up, because Michael made a comment saying that Ashley getting back into shape was good for him, right? She's looking good and XYZ. If Ashley ain't got a problem with it, why do y'all got a problem with it? That's my thing, okay? If their relationship was built on the physical, she was a beauty queen, she likes fitness, he likes fitness, they work out together. Honestly, if you think about it, church, how you got him is how you have to keep him, right? So of course there's an allowance for this woman pushing out your second child and, having an allowance for her to get her baby body back, and she doesn't have to do too much to please you or to keep you or to XYZ. But if the man is used to you being a certain way and you in your own admission are used to you being a certain way, then I don't think that there's any real tea here with how he talked to her. Now, perhaps could it have been better said as an off-camera comment? Absolutely. But when you open yourself up for public consumption, you have to take the good and the bad, okay? But I will reiterate, if Ashley ain't got a problem with the comment, we don't need to have a problem with the comment either. Moving forward, Candiace makes a slave comment to Ashley. Ashley makes a dry hair comment to Candiace. Y'all, let me get this out the way, okay? And Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to say. The comments were funny. They were, like, I'm telling you, the visuals that I got from Candiace calling Michael the slave master and Ashley the damn slave, the images I got from Ashley calling Candiace's hair dry, I laughed from a good, healthy place, okay? And I'm going to take race out of it because I feel that that's sort of grasping at straws for Candiace to say that, she brings race into the equation and then she gets mad when it's turned back around on her. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't bring it to the conversation and then in the same breath you're mad that it's there, right? So I'm going to take that out of it because I don't really feel that this is a race conversation, and I don't feel that their issue stems from a racial colorism, light skin versus dark skin place. I don't have the bandwidth to go on the political side, the civil rights aspect of it today. I don't have it within me, and I don't think that this situation necessitates it. At the core of the issue between Candiace and Ashley is Monique, and that's where it begins and that's where it ends, right? And Candiace's perceived infraction of Ashley, right, is greater than the perceived infraction against Karen, for the mere fact that Ashley made a statement in support of Monique, right? So I think she could probably get past her still being friends, them still, hanging out and kikiing. But the mere fact that I feel that it's a complete affront to me, my family, and what I went through by you giving this statement is something that I'm having trouble getting over. And that influences every interaction that we have thereafter. I think once you center in on that issue and you either find a way to get past it or find a way to move forward, y'all ain't gonna be friends and y'all ain't gonna be able to move forward in a constructive and effective way. You're gonna keep having these temporary ceasefires where you're at these events and you're having fun and stuff, and then one thing's gonna happen is gonna blow it all the way back up, because if you keep putting band-aids on a situation and you don't solve the actual problem, you never get to the root of the issue. Moving forward, Wendy and Karen battle over the damn candles. Talk about another situation in terms of like Gizelle and Karen that ain't really based in anything if you think about it. The 3-wick versus the 2-wick versus the 1-wick, and now she got a 7-wick candle and stuff like that. Suffice it to say, it was shady for Karen not to bring up in that moment at her house with Wendy that she was about to debut a candle. Period. Point blank. Okay? Yes, the candle industry is big enough for all of them, okay? But it was shady that in that moment, even if you had said it in prior seasons, even if it was the natural extension of the Ladam brand, you not saying it in that moment was shady, okay? So listen, it don't matter. Let's actually look at the issue here, okay, y'all? Okay, and I'm gonna be really shady because I just had chicken nuggets and tater tots, and baby, when I have my favorite meal, I come from a messy place. I don't care who have a candle. All y'all on that damn panel could have a candle, okay? Let's talk about the facts at hand, okay? Y'all over here worried about 1-wick, 2-wick, 3-wick. Let's report some sales figures on these candles, okay? Like, let's talk about that. The best revenge in any situation is your paper, in the words of Beyonce, okay? So y'all over here focusing on who got a candle, who don't have a candle, who said they having a candle, who coming out with a better candle. Let's focus on the sales. Let's focus on building these businesses. Let's focus on celebrating the accomplishment of creating a business out of the pandemic, creating a business from a Black perspective, creating a business from a Black female perspective. Like, let's focus on actual tangible things that we can work on, see, and solve, and not just the minutia of, she should have told me the candle was there and she didn't tell me this and I got a 7-wick candle. it's minutia, okay, at the end of the day. So I would be very curious to see that if it's a $1 billion candle industry, I want to see some of these damn net income statements and find out who's making money on these candles and whatnot. So Wendy and Karen, and I guess now Mia, who decided to be petty and just put a candle out because she could. One other thing, okay, Mia putting out a candle, yes, it's petty, but it also shows you, and it's something that I've always said, if you have resources and a vision, you can start anything that you want to. So let that be a lesson to y'all. If y'all have money sitting somewhere and you have a dream in your heart, or you just want to do something just because, you know, you can, if you have the resources to do it, it opens up the door for you to go ahead and do it. So I salute all the women on the panel with businesses, the candle empires that are growing from this, but please focus on the actual business aspect of it and not the minutia of she should have told me that she had a candle. Moving forward. Wendy's plastic surgery and Robyn Gizelle's approach. Y'all, Wendy was speaking straight facts in this episode, just in terms of breaking down that situation and the breakdown of the relationship between her, Gizelle, and Robyn. When Wendy put it in perspective that this was a rumor that existed on a blog that is known to be not credible, right? And so if the blog only gets hundreds of visitors, why would you then take an unfounded allegation and put it on a show that has millions of viewers to blow it up from there, right? You gave it life, you gave it legs, and you blew it up, right? So I think if we're supposed to try to get past the issue of the hurt and everything that started from it or stemmed from it, you have to first figure out why Gizelle felt it necessary to take, you know, a blog and a rumor that wasn't getting a whole bunch of press, right, in the grand scheme of things, and bring it onto a show for it to live, have legs, and have life. So I think that's where the central issue is. And it to me, it's more reminiscent of Gizelle's main MO, which is to throw rocks and hide hands, right? If I bring up everyone else's mess, I don't have to talk about my life falling apart, and it's just easy, it's lazy. Clearly it was effective because it became a whole storyline, but listen, hurt people, in the words of, you know, Monique's husband. So this is the plain demonstration of that. And between Robyn and Gizelle, y'all, I really feel that Robyn was coming from a good place, right? Because Robyn seems to have Candiace's cosign. Now, I don't know how much that is worth given Candiace's, you know, acts on this show and whatnot, but it honestly seemed that between Robyn and Gizelle's was more malicious than Robyn's was. Granted, right intention to try to check on your friend if you see a change in them and you know there might be mitigating circumstances that might be driving their behavior, but right intention, wrong execution. And I think that's the story of those three. And until Gizelle owns that she was messy for bringing this on in the first place, I don't know if her and Wendy can move forward. I honestly have more hope for the Robyn and Wendy relationship than I do have for the Gizelle and Wendy relationship. And I think that's all I really wanted to say on this episode, y'all. So if you liked what I said, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all social media at DatDamnDasher. And until next time, y'all, bring on Onika and part 3 of this damn reunion. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.